Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy SK back on the road, in the streets patrolling. We're in Bushy right now. It's very noisy right now behind me because there's a crap ton of traffic. Probably not the best time to start this video, but what the hell? I thought I'm out here. I'm tactical with the Oakley M frames today. You know, I thought it's been a while since I broke those bad boys out, and so I'd give them a little spin. And I honestly, right? I mean, I'm not sponsored by Oakley, so anything like that yet, anyways. But if anyone is looking for high quality eyeglasses that offer a very, very good UV protection index, and they also look cool, look sporty. If you're into sort of like sporty shades and stuff like that, then yeah, consider looking into Oakley's, right? Especially if you like the outdoors, if you're into sort of like tactical, outdoorsy sort of clothing, or if you enjoy, just having like snug frames, just sort of hugging your whatever this section of your face is, like the top section of your face, just covering your eyes. I wish I had a script for this, I swear. But no, so we're out here, right? It's day 16 of the walking challenge for me. So yeah, less than a week to go, and yeah, things have moved. Wow. So one thing I wanted to focus on specifically was over the last couple of videos, I listened back to them, and I also had some feedback from friends and family, and they told me that the message is good. However, it sounds as though some of the stuff I'm saying may be a bit preachy, and that was never the intention, guys. It was never the intention to start sort of preaching my life, or trying to impose like this is the way to live. Nothing like that. Definitely not. So I just wanted to make this video quickly and just get a bit more, personal. Just talk about things that are very relevant to me, things that I relate to the most. If you guys can relate to it too, well then that's cool. Because at the end of the day, putting myself out here on YouTube, I mean, I was nothing big, nothing huge. I mean, it's just me, right? It's just me sort of talking about my life, talking about my history, and how I got through, different various aspects of my life. So yeah, while I'm on this walk, I just want to quickly talk about my journey, and sort of like what I went through, right? Especially during the big moments where I call it the transition, right? I transitioned from military life back to civilian life. I started to live life normally again, which you could argue like what is normal, first of all. And given the time that I decided to do these moves, I swear to God, I don't do things half measured, guys, all right? If I see something, I throw myself straight into the deep end and I go full send. It's like I left during the first wave of the pandemic, so nobody really knew like what the hell was going on, right? No one truly understood just how effective the virus was, how long the lockdowns were going to last, etc. And yeah, that was like a moment where people really needed to hold on to their jobs. And I was like, nope, screw that. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm getting out. Yeah, I mean, I have my reasons. I enjoyed my time in the army and everything, but that's besides the point, right? I threw myself completely out of my comfort zone, and I decided, right, this is the challenge. This is it. This is do or die, right? Make or break. And for myself, I find that personally, when it comes to any form of my own personal development, like even coming up to this point now, like it's funny, right? So I had this thought just before I left my house. I was like, I need to make another video I've been staggering the videos, right? So I didn't want them to become too monotonous. I don't want them to become like too boring. Just, oh, here we go. This dude's just walking around talking again. I wanted them to serve a purpose and a point and just kind of be marked on all of the milestones. Because I think 21 videos back to back of me walking around and throwing that up on the channel may be a bit much. I don't know. If you guys think that's a bit much or not, just, maybe voice your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of mark down certain milestones and talk about, just where I'm at. But before I left, I had this thought that, all right, I need to go and make this video. I need to just post this up because you guys have been really engaging with me on Instagram, and you guys have been like reaching out to me and asking me about the challenge and all that stuff. And so, I'm truly grateful for it, honestly, guys. I'm I'm so surprised that you guys have been engaging as much as you have, because I'm sure people have been walking for ages, but for me the walks have been helping me exponentially, right? They have helped me in so many ways in terms of my own mental health, getting a better sense of mental clarity. The weather's also really nice too, so I'm going out, I'm under the sun, getting some good vitamin D, feeling good, moving my body, right, burning the calories. It's like stuff like this. I said to myself, oh, they already know this, Rob. Like, why are you making this video? But yeah, the type of responses that you guys have been giving me have been really, really fun, and I'm very grateful. And that just brings me back to what I was saying. I swear to God, man, I really need to get on top of these tangents. I was very self-conscious. I was very aware of leaving the house and thinking to myself, oh yeah, what, people are going to be watching me walking down the road, with this phone in my hand, talking to a screen, and they might think, what the hell's this weirdo doing? But I then like, I internalized the thought, and then I asked myself, well, is this the type of SK? Is this the Shravan that I want to be? Is this the guy that I visualize myself growing into? Is this the man that just shies away from his challenges and really cares about what the world thinks of him, right? Not in an egoistic way. Oh, see? There we go. Girl just drove by and she just saw me talking away into my phone, into my screen, and she smiled at me. There we go. The complete opposite, guys. The complete opposite of what was going on inside my little rat brain, being like, oh, don't do it. Oh my God, don't do it. They'll judge you. Oh, they think you're weird. Oh, you're just some weirdo with his tactical shades on. Like, come on, bro. The war is over. They don't know me from a bar of soap. None of these people do. And I to them. And one thing I realized is that, like, just looking at the way that I process my thoughts, I'm so focused on myself, so focused on what my perceived notion of other people's perceptions of me would be. I completely forgot that this is exactly what's going on with everybody else here. Like, let's look around, right? All the cars there, they've got people, right? There's a dude walking across the street there. Okay, he hasn't even seen me once, right? I did glance over my shoulder. Nope, this dude's just walking, just casually strolling with his earphones in. Maybe I should run over to him and be like, alright, take your fucking earphones out. Be mindful. But dude, nobody cares. And that's one thing I've realized. Like, nobody actually gives a damn. Whatever you're doing. I could be running around here topless right now. Okay? And no one would give a shit. They're just like, oh, okay, whatever, here's a dude that's just enjoying the sun. It's just, yeah, maybe the sun's gotten to him, it's a bit crazy, but that's it. That's literally it. That is as far as, the negative implications would go. They just see, oh, okay, here's a guy who looks a bit weird, like talking into a phone, walking around, just doing something, alright, whatever. Back to what I was doing. Some lady was just fiddling in her purse right now, and she was just like, yeah, didn't even notice me. Windows were down, I walked straight past the window while I was talking to you guys, and she was just too immersed in like rummaging through her purse before the lights turned green. So yeah, you know, it's just that's something that I learned just quite recent. Well, I say recently, in like the last couple months. I've known this for a while now, but it's just something that always comes up. It's that self-awareness, or being too aware of myself, if that makes sense, you know. And that also, like, for me personally, links to my own self-perception, which then has a direct link to mental health. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing these walks. You know, it's to help boost mental health, just get a better sense of mental clarity. And since I've been doing these walks, I find that I have been so much clearer of thought. I've been feeling so much better, right? I just feel great, man. I just feel great. That's all I can say. One thing also with me is just like the way that I perceive myself here on screen, right? It's just like the way that I talk, the way that I carry myself. It's well, it's unique to me because that's my personality. But you know, I used to try and feel like I needed to, you know, sort of amplify certain personality traits. I needed to be a bit more, like, I don't know, aggressive or authoritative when I'm speaking. And like, you know what, man, it's just exhausting. So I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna do, for everything that I do from now on, is just show my true authentic self. I mean, you've seen, like, in the videos of the past, you've seen like most of my personality come through authentically. But then there's like certain elements where it's like I'm trying too hard, man. And it's funny, so one of my friends told me this about, you know, just my nature. She was like, you know, you're a really lovely guy and all this stuff. Which, again, for someone who used to suffer from imposter syndrome, you know, you'd think, well, I definitely would think, like, oh, here we go. I'm about to be told that, I don't know, I'm unworthy or whatever. But I got a lot of positive feedback. And the only negative thing, or the only thing that I could perceive as negative, was, she said that, listen, it's like you're doing too much. Stop doing so much. You don't have to do that. Just, you know, be comfortable with showing what you are in the present moment. Like, people aren't perfect. People aren't that, like, you know, that perfectionist mentality, right? I mean, even if we do have it, I know I have it still to this day from time to time. My perfectionist sort of qualities come out a bit more, but like it's fine. It's fine to do just like 60-70% of who you really are. You know, so that's it. You know, I just think authenticity is something that just goes a very long way. And I was actually watching a video by Ali Abdaal just before I left the house, and he raised this really good point. He said that, you know, there's no competition, and there's no sort of like competition in the YouTube space or whatever it is when you're being your true authentic self. You don't have to worry about, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm going up against this guy and the way that he makes his videos, or look at the way that this person, you know, talks or delivers their content, when I'm just being my authentic self. And so I think, yeah, that's a very essential life lesson that really should be taught from the moment we develop intellect. You know, I think it's something that we should be taught when we're in like primary school, because there's just so, like, we mimic, right? I know that I used to mimic a lot when I grew up. I used to mimic everybody, and yeah, eventually I mimicked like the whole world, and I was just thinking, well, who the hell am I? You know? So yeah, that was just my tangential thought processes and patterns just coming out there. So I thought I'd share that with you guys today. But yeah, day 16, going strong. Now, if you've been doing this with me so far, then well done. And yeah, I'd like you to just think and reflect, you know, whether you're on your walk right now, when you're watching this, when you get to the end of your walk, or just later on in the day, just really like reflect on how far you've come and what you've noticed about yourself. Because these things that I've been talking about, these have all been coming to the surface of my mind as I've been out on my walks. So keep going, guys, keep getting the steps in, keeping active, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.